I'm wrapping up the final week of MAPS 15. And while this was one of the easiest programs to stick to, it could be a waste of money, depending on who you are. What's up, crew? Welcome to another video. My name is John Connie, aka Big Man Syndrome. And this is my honest review of MAPS 15. But first, who this is for and who it is not. This is for people who already know how to train. You have access to a full gym at home or a membership. You know the main lifts and you're comfortable managing your own warm-ups. If you need to be told how to train, not just what to train, this is not for beginners or limited home gym setups. They do give you videos for the movements, but that's just not the same as physical coaching. Something like a kettlebell windmill, while simple, if you're new, that's a way to get hurt. Let's kick off with the positives though. Reason number one, it's economical. It's about $100 to $120 for daily workouts for 9 weeks. Dollar for dollar, this is the cheapest way to stay consistent. This program is almost impossible to skip. Two movements a day. That's it. I've done workouts at 6 a.m., 9 p.m., and even in Vegas in between activities. Pretty sure I already did 5. And that was honestly one of the most surprising things for me. Not just being able to get daily workouts done in Vegas. I've never done that before. That's not something that I've ever been able to commit to. But this was so simplified that in the 6 or 7 days I was in Vegas, I did a daily workout because it was that easy. The first one was I was already dressed in workout gear because I had done a man on the street interview for the event and it was running themed. And then I had to quickly get to the shoot to record content of the event starting. And I wasn't dressed well, so I needed to get out of there, get some normal clothes on. And on my way to the room, I was like, wait a minute, I only need 20 minutes and they don't need me right away. I have a second videographer on site. I'm gonna get my workout done. So I went to the gym, beeline to the gym. So the walk was my warm up, speed walk. Did my 2 movements, which I think for that day was windmills and lunges, I'm pretty sure. Headed to my hotel room, got dressed, and went downstairs after a quick shower. It was like impossible to skip. And a second quicker story, I stayed up a little late. It's Vegas. It was a sales kickoff. Salespeople like to party. We're out drinking. I stayed with tequila, which is your best option if you're gonna have a little extra drinks. You know, had a really good time. It was after the club night. People were out gambling, hanging out. I stayed up until 4 a.m., maybe a little later. I took a 2-hour nap, woke up at 6 a.m., walked down to the gym, did the 2 movements, went back upstairs, laid down for a minute, and then got to work. There was no excuses there. And then we bring it all together with reason number 3. It focuses on movements that actually work. Squats, hinges, presses, lots of dynamic movements. No fluff, no fillers, just complex movements that help move the fitness needle forward. I think that was 5. Yep. I recorded this already and it was out of focus. So take 2. Simple and effective, but it's that simplicity that makes me think maybe this isn't built for everybody. This one's just not for beginners. And I mean that respectfully. Like if you've never done a program on your own where you've had to figure out the warm-ups yourself, or you don't have an athletic background, you have a son or a daughter who's getting into a sport and you want them to get stronger, this isn't the program to start them off with. for a couple of reasons, and I'll add on to that with the other 2 reasons. Now, they do offer, once you've purchased something like Maps 15 or any of their others, I haven't purchased any of the others, so I don't know if it's the same template across. You get 2 versions. You get their standard version, Maps 15, and then an advanced Maps 15. For me, advanced made sense. There's a lot of movements in there that I'm capable of doing that I've trained in before. But even after looking at the standard offering, there's movements in there that I would not give to someone who's not touched a weight in their life, like windmills. And even these pendlay rows requires a foundational strength and fitness to be able to get them correctly without hurting your back, loading up too much, slamming it to the ground, bouncing it, all these different things that it would be best if you started with a coach or started in an environment with coaching to prepare yourself for something like this. And really what it comes down to, in my opinion, is they only gave the workout, the 2 movements a day that'll take you 15 to 20 minutes to complete, but there was no warm-up involved, and that's part of reason number 2. I bet someone's gonna jump in the comments and talk about how I'm doing those incorrectly. Have at it. And one other quick note is they do provide movements through videos and links, resources to help you understand movements, but seeing a video of how to do something is so much different than having a coach in person put you through the movements, point out any inefficiencies. Learning from a coach is an invaluable process to getting a foundation for you to go into other workouts. I honestly don't know what I'm trying to say. There's no structure beyond the lifts. No warm up, no prep. And that really only matters for the previous reason. Reason number 1, a beginner isn't going to have the tools ready to create their own warm-up unless they've been a part of a group class and they've experienced a proper warm-up. And most of these movements, you wouldn't even know where to begin if they're very complex and dynamic movements. So without that experience, making your own warm-up is kind of a difficulty. Good warm-ups is a make or break moment for any workout session. So without that, I don't think you get a proper workout. But after taking a step back and looking at it a little closely, it might be intentional why they're missing a warm-up, which is reason number 3. But before we jump into that, let's talk about how you might be able to leverage AI to fill this gap. My desk is such a mess. I need to fix that. Now, if you know how to use AI, this becomes a non-issue. A lack of a warm-up is an easy gap to fill if you use something like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, or any of the LLMs. These also start out at free, and for the amount that you'd be prompting, it'll stay free. But you could pay $20 a month and get a little bit more out of it. You would open up ChatGPT, you would tell it the movements that you're doing, you can either screenshot the workout, copy and paste it into the chat, or you can type it out. Tell it where you're tight, ask it for a 10 to 15 minute warm up, and it will build it for you. That fixes the biggest gap instantly. Granted, it has been repetitive for me in the last 9 weeks or so, but as long as you stay within the same thread, you can tell it to reference the old warm-ups and not to repeat too much, or just give it more context of what you're looking to do. Like I've added increase my heart rate, so it doesn't just stick to stretches. It gives me a little bit of a 3-rounder with some movements that I will then walk away from it with sweat and my breath elevated. You can get out of it what you put in. And the last reason is it's a lead magnet. And I cannot believe, as a marketer, I didn't recognize it from the beginning. As soon as I bought it online, I immediately got a phone call, which at first I thought, that's cool. They're following up. They're asking me my goals. This is a great conversation. This is cool. And then came the sales pitch. Hey, what if instead of Maps 15, we got you on Maps. Fill in your name. In my case, Maps John. And really quickly, if you're like, lead magnet, what the hell is that? Basically, when you have a product, one of the ways to get people to sign up for the bigger product is to show them a smaller product, whether make it free or super cheap, low barrier to entry. In this case, $120 for a 9-week program sounds economical as hell. But once you get that product, you get the follow-ups. And some of them are more annoying than others. This one wasn't too bad. I'm sure Mind Pump is genuinely interested in giving you a great program and customizing it, but it just felt disingenuous to really push, because even after I said, I don't really think so, I got so many text messages, so many messages. You get the small product, and soon after you get the big product. I didn't really love that. They sell you the $120 quick fix to staying consistent every day. Call you, you receive it, it has no warm-up, nothing around those 2 movements, and then they sell you the big package, which is online coaching. I'm sure it comes with a lot of great goodies, but online coaching to me takes a specific type of client. I personally cannot do online coaching or be coached online. I need someone there to keep me consistent, even if that someone is myself. Bottom line, if you've tasted victory before in a consistent program with CrossFit or a personal coach in the past, let's see, that's 2, 3. Or like me, and you've tried many different super complicated workouts and even try to do it yourself, because I've coached CrossFit before. I studied for NASM and was going to do personal training. So I have that foundation to be able to train myself. But when you start to overthink things for yourself, like, I need to lose this much weight, or I need to squat often, I need to do these things that people say that I need to do online, then you can end up overcomplicating the program and making it harder to follow. If you've been there before and know all the moves, you just live a really busy life and you need something that's going to spark consistency, and it just needs to be simple because you don't have a lot of time and bandwidth to overthink your day. It's a great thing to sign up for. If you need guidance, or even still need to learn a foundation of movement, you need full structure, or weren't looking to spend more than the program advertised for, you should probably avoid it. For me, it worked. I stayed the most consistent I have in 6 or 7 years. I saw real results in my appearance, at least. On the scale, not so much changed, but neither has my diet. This isn't a complete program, it's more of a framework. So if you know how to fill in the gaps, it's gonna work really well. And like I said, filling in those gaps is you have experience in the past, or you know how to leverage AI. You can find your way around this program. So that's it, not sponsored. Just wanted to provide my thoughts and give you an opportunity to think about the 3 reasons why I think you should sign up, or the 3 reasons why I think you might need to avoid it. I still prefer something like CrossFit or group coaching sessions, but if you don't have time for that and you have the foundation to do it yourself, this is a great program. But if you still need that foundation, I suggest finding a really good CrossFit gym, or find a friend who knows what the hell they're doing, who actually knows. That's hard to decipher, I think, sometimes. My next move is fitness culture. They mix a little bit of CrossFit in because they have an OG brute strength guy who programs CrossFit, but they also have a bodybuilding aspect to it, which may be challenging because I don't have cables, I don't have machines. I'm going to find my way to mimic machines with equipment that I have. So I'm pretty excited for that. And that one has flexibility too. If you've never used Fitness Culture, 90-minute program per day with 2 rest days, I believe, built into the week. But you can change it to 60 minutes and you can change it to 30 minutes, depending on how much time you have for the day. And it has the warm-up, it has a workout, a lift, a cool down, stretching. It has everything built in. Now it's $70 a month, which after 2 months is going to equal this 9-week program. But to me, feels more worth it because everything's in there. Now, if you are a beginner, same thing. This one's not going to be for everybody. For me, at least, it has more built into it. I don't know how much of that I'm going to film. Maybe July, I'll do another one of these and share my thoughts after hopefully being just as consistent with fitness culture. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, consider joining the crew. That just means subscribe. More videos to come. And if you're not new, you know what to do. Hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are the things that help grow the crew. And until the next one, I'll see you later, crew. Speed run.